Hey, what's up, guys? It's the Amazing Complainer. Just kidding. I'm not going to complain during this video, I promise. It's going to be pretty straightforward, and it's a movie review of The Keep. Wait for it. Actually, I don't have anything flashy, so I'll just go ahead with the review. The Keep is a 1983 horror movie. It was directed by Michael Mann. Does that director sound familiar? It should. If you know movies like Heat, Last of the Mohicans, Manhunter. Yeah, he did all of them. Really talented director. This one, he kind of wishes he forgot. Yeah, I'll get to that in a second. So, The Keep, what is it? Well, it was a book by F. Paul Wilson. Basically, the story is this Nazi, military platoon, I guess. Pretty much a band of soldiers go into this Romanian village, and it's creepy. In fact, let me comment on the atmosphere of the movie. Very dark, eerie. Um, I don't know. That I feel like that kind of helped tell the story. It was awesome. Uh, Watching it, you get that kind of vibe. Um, I mean, I'm sure people that are immune to horror movies is not going to affect them that much, but you could appreciate the feeling a movie gets you without even any words. Um, the music is very like I don't want to say industrial. I'm gonna say more like 80s electronic. Tangerine Dream. Um, yeah, I mean I don't know if it fits, but for what it's worth, it helps. You know, Makes the movie. I don't want to say more watchable, but it helps move it along, I guess. Anyway, back to the story. Yeah. So these group of Nazis, they go through this little village. There's literally like I guess like eight. They don't even look like houses. They look like cabins and huts mixed together. I mean, I'm not sure if this really depicts what Romania looks like during the war in the 1940s, but whatever, it works. There's a church there too, but it's pretty creepy. Really creepy vibes. The villagers look creepier than the Nazis. That's saying something. Anyway, there's this huge, looks like a castle and a fort. In a way, just really, there's no like towers or nothing. It's just there, and the Nazis decide to set up camp there. And one of the caretakers is like, "No, don't do that. Just you could hang out here for a little bit, then you gotta go." And the Nazi officer is like, "Well, why? Well, what's the big deal about this?" He's like, "Well, people check in and they leave like the very same night, and then they go on talking, try to get information out of each other." And the caretaker is pretty much like, "Yeah, this place gives you nightmares. It's bad news even for you." The Nazis kind of laugh it off because they're Nazis. So anyway, as the movie goes on, we learn that there's a bunch of nickel or silver, copper, no, silver plated or copper, blah, silver or nickel plated crosses embedded into the walls of this keep, and it's for reasons to keep something in. And as we soon find out, it's this. Best way I can describe it is like a hulking creature, and yeah, he's huge, big boy, and literally his energy, whatever he emits, could either heal people or blow them up. Like, I'm talking, there's a lot of imploding Nazis in this movie, which is cool because they're bad guys. Later in the movie, there's a doctor that So basically, the Nazis realize they're in too deep. Some of the soldiers, like regular foot soldiers, mess with the crosses. Remove one, all hell breaks loose, and the Nazis need help. So they send in like a bigger, big shot, Gestapo looking Nazi to try and settle it, and nothing's getting done. So then one of the villagers, is like, "Listen, I know a guy. The only thing, he's in a concentration camp, but he's like he understands mythical stuff that's going on in the keep. So they take this, old man doctor out of this concentration camp and his daughter to help him figure out what the heck. He's like a archaeologist type, and they're just trying to figure out what the heck is going on. And then the movie cuts to like another guy who's definitely like he senses once whatever's in the keep is released, and it's kind of like building up. And this guy's like in another part of the city or the town, but he just like gets up. He's like he senses it. He's like attached somehow, and we later find that out down the road. And but yeah, the movie is kind of, if it sounds like it's all over the place, that's because the reason why Michael Mann, the director, didn't kind of like push the movie too much, because the production was like off. So Paramount Pictures cut it up. They didn't feel like dishing out extra money. So Michael Mann's a very visionary director. He likes his shots. He likes to shoot things his way, and explain the story, how he seems fit. And it didn't quite go well with this. Nonetheless, I think it was great. It's a very good atmospheric horror movie altogether. All that title right there. Yeah, I think it's cool. I love, because I love both genres. I love anything to do with war and anything to do with horror. And when you combine the two together, because war is horror, and I can't think of a better genre to cross-pollinate one another. I think that's awesome. So that was cool. Like I said, the movie is kind of all over the place, but it, once you see this hulking creature, I don't even want to say his name because I probably butcher it. Malthazar, I guess. One of those weird, ancient evil kind of names, and that's exactly what it is. This whole movie is about this keeping this ancient evil in this rocky fortress, but greedy people remove the protection and all hell breaks loose. The village, the Romanian village, starts going nuts, and this guy that comes pretty much from out of nowhere, links up with the archaeologists, and they all kind of like band together a little bit, and they don't. And, some people welcome this ancient evil to fight a greater evil. Like I said, everything was a little chaotic making this film, and it shows. But like I said, I enjoyed it, man. I see why it's like a cult hit. Like it never kind of like had its chance to shine back in the '80s. The author, like I said, he wasn't too crazy about the finished product. That's usually the case though. Like I don't think Stephen King liked his portrayal of The Shining. So that's just their own personal opinion. The author of The Keep didn't like the movie version of The Keep. So but whatever. I think it's cool. It didn't really get like a release like that. Even back then, like I said, not much theater play. It was very limited. It was a box office failure. And for Michael Mann, that must have scared him. So he kind of like said, "All right, gotta throw out this idea and start over again." And you gotta watch when you make a book into a movie. It may or may not translate well. So that's something to think about for your future filmmakers out there. I mean, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's all how you handle the material given to you. I think Michael Mann's intentions was to make a really good, meaningful thriller, dark fairy tale set in World War II. But what he got was I don't want to say fantasy, it's not the word, like a horror thriller set in World War II, and I think it worked. I liked it. Like I said, it has a cult following. It never quite had any, so it had like a VHS release, Laserdisc. There's those big things that like came out like once and then went away. Never really there was like a bunch of bootleg DVDs, But I think just recently some Australian DVD company released it on Blu-ray, I think, or regular DVD. I want to say DVD because you know, it just doesn't make any sense why they would put it on Blu-ray. It doesn't really have a target audience, so just the fans are gonna want to watch this movie. But yeah, speaking of that, you could probably find it on Diabolic DVD if I somehow inspired you to watch this film, because I watched it not just because I'm a fan of Michael Mann. He's a talented director and all, but this movie is like that movie you hear about, but you never get a chance to see it, and you're like, I should probably check out this movie. And yeah, so that's what I did. I rented it on Amazon Prime, and I watched it. The DVD that was released, it's not a bootleg. It's done pretty well, but as far as like, it's pretty bare bones as far as like special edition features and all that, commentary, none of that. Just a trailer, maybe a few footnotes, I don't know, but just a movie trailer, that's it. So whatever. But yeah, I guess I would watch it again, like a dark stormy night or something to heighten the mood. It was definitely very atmospheric. I can't comment more about that enough. The scenery I liked, and yeah, the movie was just dark and brooding, and more dark and brooding, and the ending was kind of up in the air. Not your typical happy ending, and was it satisfying in the ending? Probably not. But given the circumstances, what it delivered, I thought it was pretty okay, and I enjoyed it. And a lot of people, enjoyed it as well. It's hence why it's cult status. I know some of you here probably, like, I've never even heard of The Keep, but whatever, check it out if you want. Watch the trailer or something, and see if you like it. Don't take my word for it. Like I said, I like really, really weird, out there, bizarre movies. I'm doing this review because of its rarity, and I kind of want to get it out there. I mean, I'm sure other people reviewed the movie by now, but maybe people that like watch me never heard of it. So there you go. I'm spreading the word to my friends and anyone else who sees this review. So yeah, like I said, it was a book turned into a movie, and all in all, yeah, 5 out of 5. I would definitely give it like a 4.5. It's not that original, but I mean, I love the dark and broodingness, okay, what's gonna happen next kind of thing. Kind of like a slow burn, Hereditary. Like, you knew that the whole movie kind of felt uneasy, and that's how I felt watching this. Not every scene, but some scenes definitely were like, made you get like a little anxiety. But yeah, all in all, I enjoyed The Keep. 4.5. Yeah, check it out. Got nothing else to do, right? I mean, I think for what it is, it's it was good. It was good, and to see such a famous director, like Michael Mann, come up with a movie like this, that kind of makes you think like, oh, okay. Kind of like how James Cameron did Piranha 2, a movie about killer piranhas, before he did, like Terminator and Terminator 2, and became the famous individual he is. They all started somewhere, so it's cool seeing early works from famous directors, and this is definitely one of them. So yeah, Michael Mann's The Keep, 1983. Watch the trailer. I'll put it in the links below if you want to check it out. Maybe you've seen it before. Tell me what you think. Do you like it? You don't like it? What could be better? Like, there was a lot cut from this movie. It was a lot longer. I heard that there's a TV edit floating around out there has different scenes cut from the original. I think it was like almost like a 2-3 hour long movie, but Hollywood has rules, and they always clash with the director's creative interests. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. I don't know. Anyway, like I said, I enjoyed it. I love atmospheric thriller tales. I like movies that could change my normal mood, kind of zone me out into the movie. I like that, and I kind of got that vibe from this film. So yeah, there you go. That's my review of The Keep. Like I said, I'll put a trailer link below, and if you feel like it, write me back. Tell me what you think of it. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay safe and peace. Later.